So you've probably seen it by now, that video that's been absolutely everywhere. Humanoid robots moving with this kind of unreal grace, pulling off a synchronized kung fu routine. I mean, it's slick, it's futuristic, and yeah, it went viral for a reason. But what if this incredible show is actually hiding a much, much bigger story about the future we're all building right now? Yeah, that pretty much nails it. Captivating, but also unsettling. Because what we're watching, it's not just some clever piece of technological theater. It's basically the first chapter in a story we're writing about ourselves, about our tech, and about the world we are about to hand off to the next generation. So let's start with that gut reaction everyone had. What were we really watching? Was it just a harmless dance? A cool demo? Or was it a demonstration of something else entirely? So in the video, you've got these incredibly advanced machines in what are basically simulated duels. Their movements are perfectly in sync. I mean, it's an amazing feat of engineering, no doubt about it. But just think about the choice of performance for a second. They could have been shown building homes or assisting the elderly or, I don't know, creating art. But no, instead, the first thing we were shown is how well they can fight. And that right there, that's the central question of all this. Why? Why introduce this incredible, game-changing technology to the world in the context of a battle and not in the context of helping people? That first impression, it frames our whole perception of what these machines are for, and it steers our imagination down a very, very specific path. And that path, believe me, is packed with symbolic meaning about the kind of future we're actually dreaming up. And right here, you can see the two paths forward just become crystal clear. It's like a fork in the road. On one side, you have a future that's all framed by combat. It kind of normalizes the idea of machines as instruments of violence, and it equates technological progress with dominance. But on the other side, you've got a future of care, where AI is framed as a tool to support us, to heal, to teach, to assist. And that viral video we all saw, well, it put us firmly on that first path. So this whole showcase, it really acts like a mirror. It's reflecting a worldview where strength equals power, where conflict is just seen as a given, and where our default setting for imagining the future is all about security and dominance. In the end, it tells us a lot more about our own priorities right now than it does about the robots themselves. And look, this isn't just some philosophical, high-minded debate. The advanced sensors, the AI making decisions on the fly, those powerful, precise movements, the exact same capabilities that let a robot perform a beautiful, choreographed dance are what would make it terrifyingly effective on a battlefield. That line between performance and weaponization, well, it's dangerously thin. And it's on that thin line where this whole thing stops being about symbols and what-ifs, because this is already a very real, very expensive, and very, very fast arms race that's happening all around the globe. It's the imagery from that viral video that grabs our attention, but it's the hard numbers, the money, that's quietly shaping our reality behind the scenes. And believe me, the money's already flowing, and it tells a very clear story. Just look at this number. Almost $2.7 trillion. That's the mind-boggling scale of global military spending. This isn't some niche R&D budget on the side. This is the financial ocean that all of these technologies are being born from. And a huge, fast-growing slice of that massive budget is going straight into military AI, what some are starting to call intelligentized warfare. As you can see right here, the market is projected to more than quadruple in just 5 years. This is not a gradual shift, folks. This is an explosion. Okay, so who's driving all this spending? I mean, well, a lot of nations are boosting their budgets. The United States and China are, well, they're in a league of their own. They're pouring hundreds of billions into modernization and are explicitly making AI integration a core part of their defense strategies. This is the engine of the new arms race. So all of this, the spectacle, the symbolism, the spending, it brings us to this really profound moment of decision. And it's not a choice just for engineers or for politicians. It's a choice for all of us. This whole thing forces us to ask some really urgent and kind of tough questions. Like, what is the end goal here? Are we building this stuff for national prestige, or are we building it for human well-being? And who gets to make that call? Is it just going to be a few big corporations and governments, or do we, as citizens, actually get a say? And finally, what's the ultimate responsibility of the people creating these systems? These are not abstract debates anymore. It really comes down to this simple but incredibly powerful idea that philosophers have been warning us about for decades. Our imagination is not passive. If we imagine machines primarily as warriors, we will inevitably build them to fight. The story we tell ourselves about technology today literally becomes the world our kids will live in tomorrow. And so that leaves us right here at a civilizational crossroads. That viral video, it was more than just a glimpse of a possible future. It was an invitation for us to decide what that future is actually going to be. Do we want partners in peace or participants in conflict? Because once this path is chosen and all that momentum builds, it becomes so much harder to turn back. The choice, for now, is still ours.